It's been a dreary week in Sydney, but the weather gods have pulled through in time for another cracking weekend of football. Welcome to Penshurst Park, where today we have the Football New South Wales League One Men's Match of the Round, hosted by an in-form Hurstville Zagreb, as they continue their push for safety in their maiden season in the New South Wales second tier, spearheaded by former Sydney United youngster Alessandro Lacalundra, who is in a hot run of form individually. Their opposition today, the Rydalmere side wanting to get their promotion hopes back on track. Still in the mix after a near miss last year also, but going without a win today could allow as many as 4 teams to close the gap on them entirely. Cody Ojeda here on the call for what shapes to be an exciting afternoon and early evening of football. Looking at the lineups for the two sides tonight, and starting with our hosts, Jacob Bozic holds his place in goal. A back line of Declan Sheldon, Luke Vlasilica, who returns from suspension, Mike O'Neill and James Sokos. Midfield 3 of Jonathan Marish, Mohamed Ahmed and George Antonis, a steady midfield, a consistent one for the hosts over the last few weeks. And in the front 3, Michael Vakis returns to starting lineup. On the other flank will be Matthew Morich. And up top, as I said earlier, very potent and clinical Alessandro Lacalundra. For our away side, who we are still waiting to come out from the sheds today, in goal, Luke Del Vecchio holds his spot after his first appearance of the season last week. A back 4 of Ethan Thomas, Nicola Pintur, Marcus Sparacino and Jackson Bandera. A midfield 3 of Nicholas Osone, Carl Sandy and Amir Ramazani. Up front, Adil Tosca, Isaac Cunningham, Samuel Harb spearhead the front 3. On the bench for our two sides tonight, the hosts have Cooper Sinstras as a backup goalkeeper and a very experienced bench as well. DNF Stuffy, Jesse Gagro, Andre Guzman and Paul Gagro, all starting or very heavily involved in the first team so far this season. And alongside them, youngsters Nagib Kassir and Nathan McLean. For Rydalmere Lions, on the bench is Stephen Kreis, who with the backup goalkeeper, Lomeo, Nicoliello, Sahuk Yang, Sebastian Boffa, Jiwan Seo, Dimitri Kostopoulos and Hamza Bangash. Both sides have made their way onto the field now. We'll go through the formalities, the pleasantries. And while they are doing that, quick look at how they have been going in recent weeks. And well, based on the form table, Hurstville Zagreb does come in the better of the two sides. 2 wins in their last 2 matches. 2 wins in their last 5 matches. Wins against Prospect and a big win away against Newcastle Jets in recent weeks. That was following a 2-2 draw in our last match of the round that Hurstville featured in. 2-2 draw against Blacktown Spartans, where Lacalundra and Michael Vakis both got on the score sheet. Before that were 2 losses to Central Coast Mariners and Bankstown City Lions, although, as has been the trend with Hurstville Zagreb this season, their losses have only been by a handful of goals. So both those occasions, only 1 goal in it. 2-1 loss to Mariners and a 3-2 loss to Bankstown City Lions. If there's one thing that we can count on from this Hurstville side, it's goals. Meanwhile, for Rydalmere, it's been 5 weeks without a win. Their last win coming in round 11 against Newcastle Jets. Toscar getting a brace on that occasion, but other than that, it's been a 0-0 draw to Northern Tigers, 2-2 draw away to Prospect, 2-1 loss to Hills, 2-1 loss to Dulwich Hill, and last week a 2-2 draw against Bankstown City Lions, where probably the most attention-grabbing game of this Football New South Wales League One season occurred in the reverse fixture in round 1 with Bankstown City Lions. Rydalmere Lions coming away 5-4 winners that day. Cunningham getting a hat-trick on that occasion. Last week in the return fixture at home, only 1 goal that time alongside Nicholas's own in that 2-2 draw. For Hurstville today, it also looks like Jonathan Marish will wear the armband as Paul Gagro takes his place on the bench. And it looks like it will be Rydalmere Lions in their classic red shirts and black shorts today. They will get us started and they'll be running from right to left on your screens at home. Hurstville in their all-white strip going from left to right. Referee Hayden Langholz has got us underway, and our Football New South Wales League One men's match of the round has kicked off for round 17. Hurstville Zagreb hosting Rydalmere Lions in what could be a big fixture and a telling one on either side of the ladder. Rydalmere happy to enjoy this spell of possession early. Sparacino in position at left back. Trying to look for a way forward, can't do so on this occasion. Virgin Tonus trying a flick pass, a small shove there from Sparacino's waved away by the referee. Rydalmere Lions with the chance for first shot of the game as well. Side foot shot from Samuel Harb straight into the chest of Jacob Bozic. Hurstville turn defence into attack quickly. The ball for Lakalandra though, just slightly over hit. Sorry, Sparacino will be centre back as we kind of expected. Pinto, back to Sparacino. Rydalmere just forced back by the Hurstville press. Trying to go through on the left flank. Pass does run over the side. First will get themselves a throw. And Tonus finds Morich. Nothing in that shove, says the referee. Sheldon finds space himself. Tonus trying to pull out all the tricks and flicks so far today. Only just ticked over the 2-minute mark, but nothing come to fruition just yet. Bandera throw at the moment. Last touch there, judge will come off Samuel Harp. Sheldon will get us restarted. Only one game this season in the league so far where we haven't seen him from the get-go. That was last time we were able to bring you a Hurstville game against Blacktown Spartans. Came off the bench on that occasion, but since then has worked his way back into the starting lineup. Get another chance at a throw here, much further up the pitch. It's an awkward bounce, but collected well by Del Vecchio. Chance now for Thomas to break forward. Forward pass cut out by Hurstville. As we can expect from this Hurstville side, they'll counter quickly. In the box, it looks like It was intended to be a cross for Lakalandra, but Delvecchio will be grateful that was straight into his arms. Rydalmere go forward again. Thomas. Forward pass cut out again. Marish. That's backwards. Long ball forward from Vlasilica. Cut out by Bandera. Bit of end-to-end action so far, even in the early moments. Marish able to settle on the ball, but won't be for long. Hurstville want to get this forward quickly. They do so. Morich with space to work with. Has Lakalandra waiting in the middle. He'll try to utilise that option, but Pintor up to the task. Corner taken quickly for Hurstville. Sheldon delivers. Michael Neal. No one really able to get control of the box. And Rydalmere are able to clear it. Back with Morich. Forward ball works the second time of asking. Sheldon able to beat his man and across the spot. Cuts back to his left. Crosses with his left. Looking for Lakalandra. Collected well by Delvecchio. Zone. Forward pass cut out by Sokos. Sokos does just enough to get his side of throw. Rydalmere possession momentarily. Morich wins it back for Hurstville. Only momentarily as well. Counter-attacking opportunity for Rydalmere, but pass forward only finds Declan Sheldon. Antonis. It's a 1-2 back. Trying to play Bacchus in behind, but short pass is overhit. Zona trying to get the forward pass. Looked like it came off a Hurstville player last, but referee Hayden Lang holds a much better position to where we are here, of course. Hurstville trying to go forward again. Morich finds Sheldon. Can't quite get control he would have desired, but does enough to get the sideways pass to Morich, but Morich's inside pass cut out quite easily, actually. Chance for Rydalmere to go forward. It's a lovely through ball, but Botic well off his line on that occasion. Botic only came back into the Hurstville starting lineup in recent weeks. Got his first clean sheet of the season last week against Newcastle Jets in that 1-0 victory. It's been fantastic since pulling the number 1 jersey back on, though. Game against Blacktown Spartans in particular. May have conceded 2 goals on that occasion, but if it weren't for him, it would have been a much bigger scoreline in the favour of the away side that day. Morich forced to go back to Botic. Looking for a long ball forward, but Pintor, the only player on hand to collect it. But still happy to sit off now. Seeing their defensive phase as well. George Antonis was pressing as a second striker. And put on the afterburners here. Pintor doing well under pressure. There's a chance for Cunningham to go forward, but Sheldon's done well to cut that chance out. As that Cunningham, this goal last week against Bankstown, taking its tally for the season to 9. Could very well hit double digits today. In fact, scored in the reverse fixture earlier this season as well, in that 1-1 draw between these two sides. Daniel Marish, the other name on the score sheet that day for Hurstville. Unfortunately out now with an ACL injury, and hopefully his recovery is going smoothly in that regard. Pintor, lovely little flick on, trying to find a teammate. Botic stands tall again. Definitely stands out, Pintor. Man, mountain of a figure at the back there for Rydalmere. Also with the armband for the side. Quite experienced player at this level as well. Spent time with Blacktown Spartans, Macarthur Rams. 26-year-old now finds himself captaining Rydalmere Lions as they, as I said at the top of the broadcast, push for potential promotion playoff spot, possibly. If things go their way, maybe even an automatic promotion spot, although Blacktown Spartans are doing well to keep a stronghold on that spot at the moment. Their lead at the top expanded further with a 4-1 win over Western City Rangers last night, which keeps Rangers also rooted to the foot of the table after dropping down from the NPL last season. Scaracino cuts out the forward ball from Hurstville. Del Vecchio, it's a short pass to Pinto. Luckily for him, Lackalandra wasn't any closer. Back to Del Vecchio. Vecchio has Antonis only metres away. Forced to play quickly. Sandy able to find a square pass. Ball does end up back at the feet of Del Vecchio, and his long ball will run out for a throw. Vecchio, as you said earlier, maintains his spot in goals after his performance last week against Bankstown City Lions. Stephen Crisis dropped to the bench following the away loss to Dulwich Hill. Hasn't really been tested yet so far today, but the Rydalmere looking to test Botic this time. Almost getting on the end of the cross there was the Dil Tosca. Personal back line up to the task on this occasion. Marish now trying to find a way forward. Lackalandra manhandled a bit there by Pinto. Nothing illegal though, says the referee. Tosca trying to find his way around Sokos. Can't do it on this occasion though. Most will get themselves a throw. Lackalandra drops in a little bit to receive the long throw. Tonus. Vasilisa. Diagonal ball looking for Vakis. Can't quite bring it down on this occasion, and Pinto on hand to collect the loose ball. Ramazani trying to maintain control under a lot of pressure. They're surrounded by white shirts currently. Anyway, we'll do for Rydalmere. Back and forth in the air. No one able to get control of the ball. Both sides trying to. Marish thought he'd done exactly that for his side, but his pass forward runs out for a throw. Back with Rydalmere. Ball launched forward again for Harp. Hurstville have the ball at their feet, only momentarily. Sandy, backwards to Pinto. Del Vecchio. Del Vecchio finds Bandera. Awkward bounce for the former Blacktown City fullback though. It gives Sheldon an opportunity to come further up that right flank. To Lakalandra, back to Sheldon. Sheldon wanting to play Morich in behind. Pass is overhit though. Just over 14 minutes here at Penshurst Park. Still 0-0 on the score sheet. No goals, no cards. Not really any major chances either to report so far. Both sides just feeling each other out so far. Lakalandra dropping deep to receive the throw again. There's a flurry of red shirts on him quickly though. Rydalmere well aware of the threat that Lakalandra poses today. 4 goals in his last 4 games. Lakalandra has. For Hurstville, they picked up points in 3 of those as well. Funnily enough, we had to wait until round 6 for Lakalandra to get himself on the score sheet for the season. Since then, it's been virtually unstoppable. Space now for Rydalmere to work with. Cunningham on the left. Trying to get himself around Sheldon. Has Bandera in support. He utilises Bandera. Danger not cleared for Hurstville yet. And now it is. Michael Neal getting that well away from his goal. Del Vecchio just inside his box. Lakalandra was approaching, but Pinto did well to block his path. Rydalmere able to get the ball in their attacking half now. Harb trying to get control. It's turned over in midfield. Hurstville have a chance for a counter-attack. Ahmed. Forward ball looking for Antonis. Cut out well by Rydalmere, but back with Hurstville now in Vasilitsa. To the centre-back partner, Michael Neal. Rydalmere putting a high press of their own on now. Morich trying to get that flick pass on for Sheldon, but cut out well by Rydalmere. Cunningham unable to get the best of Vasilitsa, and Vasilitsa with another diagonal ball forward for Vakis. Thomas does well to clear. Tosca. That'll be the first foul of the evening called. Sokos the perpetrator on that occasion. Rydalmere the benefactors. Too much time on the ball there, and Hurstville now have counter-attacking opportunity. Antonis enters the box. Cuts it across to Lakalandra, but that's cut out well. Still danger for Rydalmere. Morich has space to work with. Morich. Del Vecchio has done well to keep that one out on that occasion. Most we've seen a goalkeeper test so far tonight. Referee's giving Samuel Harb talking to. Seems to be a communication issue. Hayden Langholz unhappy with how it's been spoken to by the Rydalmere striker. Scaracino. Sono back to Pinto. Thomas. Hurstville happy to sit off on this occasion. Scaracino looking for the ball forward. Cut out well by Sheldon. Late challenge there from Rydalmere. Doesn't look like it'll be anything more than a foul. Norwich, moment contact was made. Audibly showed the pain it caused him. Nothing more than a missed time tackle there, says the referee. Long ball forward for Vlasic off the free kick. Rydalmere get the first and second ball. First will get the third though. It's back on the edge of their box. Lakalandra. Del Vecchio out to get the initial shot, but it's thumped away by Lakalandra. 5 goals in 5 games for the Hurstville Zagreb striker. And that one sees Rydalmere take the lead. 1-0. Hurstville take the lead, 1-0. Alessandro Lakalandra. As I said just moments earlier, I had to wait till round 6 before we saw him on the score sheet this season. Now since then, in 12 games, I've seen his tally go to 9. Hurstville try to maintain their place in football in New South Wales League 1. It's going to be a key component of that. It looked like they were going to get a counter-attacking opportunity, but it's cut out by Hurstville quickly. Michael Neal on the ball. Long ball forward, looking for Lakalandra, cut out by Pinto. Sone. Sparacino. Bandera. Rydalmere want a way back into this game. Cunningham is definitely their best avenue to goal. It's been marked well so far by Declan Sheldon. Speaking of Declan Sheldon, he's going to have something to say on the other end of the pitch, but Pintor on hand to clear the danger on that occasion. There's a lot of players that grab headlines in this Hurstville side, between George Antonis, the former Wanderers NPL captain, Alessandro Lakalandra, of course, Mohamed Ahmed going viral earlier in the season for his goal against Inter Lions, racking up over 1 million views on the Football New South Wales League's Instagram channel, but I don't think you can underestimate the influence a workhorse like Declan Sheldon can have on your side as well. Long throw from the Hurstville right back. It's a chance for Hurstville to potentially have another. Backus shot on the turns, cut out well. Danger's not cleared though. It will be a throw for Hurstville. As I was saying, someone like Declan Sheldon, important player to have, especially in a situation like Hurstville are, coming up into a new league. Not always the favourites in games, but you've got someone that can cover the ground that he does. Backus going on an angle. Similar opportunity to what we saw in finish against Blacktown Spartans. Luke Del Vecchio, fantastic save from the goalkeeper. Wasn't really anything he could do about the first goal, unfortunately, but stood up well to the task on this occasion. Another short corner for Hurstville. Worked their way into the box. It's cut out by Pintor. Another corner for the hosts. And another short corner for the hosts. Sokos delivers. Lakalandra trying to get on the end of it. Vlastalitsa almost did after the bounce. It'll be Bandera. Just clear the ball away from danger. Ahmed sends it back the other way. Straight to Sparacino though. Both sides just ensure danger's as far away as possible. Now we'll have a chance to settle. Bandera, throw for Rydalmere. Bandera back to Sparacino. Nice little flicker from Bandera, finds Harb. Hurstville will cut out the danger there. Long ball from Michael Neal, cut out by Pintur. Zono with space to take the ball forward for Rydalmere. We'll find Tosco on the right flank. Both sides when opportunity arises. Happy to try and get the ball forward quickly. What it does mean is a lot of turnover, unfortunately. For Hurstville, they won't mind at the moment. 1-0 up thanks to their star man, Alessandro Lacalandra. Sheldon. Looking for Antonis on that occasion. Another throwing opportunity for Declan Sheldon. Morich and Marash trying to make themselves available, but will choose Lacalandra. Ramazani will be the one to clear, only momentarily for Rydalmere. Sokos. It's the ball back for Hurstville. Chance for Morich with space, just outside the edge of the box. That's a simple one for Delvecchio to collect. Over 25 minutes gone in the first half here at Penshurst Park. Home side, definitely the better of the two so far, but Cunningham tries to get himself in behind, and this ball from Vodich almost hits us here in the grandstand. Rydalmere definitely trying to utilise their top goal scorer for the season so far to work their way back in. Isaac Cunningham stepped up on many occasions for Rydalmere this season. As I said earlier, a hat-trick in round one against Bankstown City Lions, and their 5-4 victory that day. Bankstown City Lions are having an off-season for the ages, signing a number of high-profile players as George Antonis gives away a foul just on the halfway line. As I said earlier, also scored in this reverse fixture. Start the season with 5 goals in 3 games. Since then, he's also had a brace against Blacktown Spartans in round 6. Also scored goals against Prospects, Bankstown City Lions it was, when they played each other again. Can he get on the score sheet today? Not if Declan Sheldon has anything to say. First, we'll go forward again. Delvecchio coming out of his box well. Sokos will pick up the loose ball. Hurstville back in possession. Lacalandra. Nice flick-off pass for Antonis, but he'll be pulled back for an offside call from the linesman on the near side. Taken short by Pintor. Sparacino to Ramazani. Ramazani able to enter for attacking half. Tosca. Fine Bandera is burst forward. Hurstville able to cut that one out. Long ball cut out by Pinto. Bandera. Tosca. Tosca to Cunningham. Cunningham shaping to cut back on his right foot. Able to get a pass off to Bandera. Bandera almost shaping this like he's going to shoot. Its own will. That is straight to Botic. Jacob Botic hasn't really been tested yet today. Had to make a couple of interventions, but aside from a couple of moments where he's come off his line well, we haven't seen any clear-cut chances for the away side yet today. Check on shoulder, 1-2 with Lakalandra. Able to get Morich in behind. Only momentarily though, Bandera able to stand him up. Sheldon forces Cunningham into a defensive position as well. Cunningham will give away another corner for the hosts. Michael Neal come forward to in-swing this one. Over the back post, an awkward bounce coming back, but be a goal kick. Taken quickly, taken short. Finds its way to Bandera on the left-hand side. Trusts his goalkeeper's footwork. And it's an overhit pass towards Pinto. Rydalmere too well to alleviate the danger. It's a lovely little touch there from Nicola Pinto. Under some heavy pressure. The imposing Rydalmere centre back will put the ball back at his feet. Being comfortable in those positions as well, Nicola Pinto. Rydalmere captain. Get a ball forward. Cross comes in now for Rydalmere. Tosca trying to get himself on the end of that cross. He's given away a foul in the process. Hurstville happy to take their time with restarting this. We're only 32 minutes into this match, but Hurstville happy to bring on the gamesmanship a bit early. Three points in a game like this will be massive for the hosts. See their move in line with the likes of Canterbury Bankstown and Bulls FC. So we'll be a bit behind on goal difference. To be in a position where they're near the middle of the table. Definitely been meeting expectations for this season. It's the foul that goes away of Hurstville. Doesn't look like Michael Vax is too happy about it. Hurstville get themselves restarted quickly. Lakalandra 1-on-1 with Sparacino. Lakalandra almost back with the ball at his feet. Rydalmere do well to clear the danger. Long diagonal ball in search of Cunningham. Tosca chase it down. Cleared away initially, but Rydalmere have it back as they re-enter their attacking half. Cunningham, diagonal ball. First ball was won well by Rydalmere, but the second one's picked up by Ahmed. Gives it straight to Nicola Pinto. Pinto sends the ball forward for Rydalmere. This time cut out by Hurstville. Lakalandra trying the audacious second time of asking to choose a more simple pass with Vacus. Backus dangerous in areas like this, especially if he can cut onto his right foot. He does so. Defended well by Ethan Thomas. Hurstville with possession, but Rydalmere aggressive in their press there. Bill Tosca leading that. Hurstville able to beat her on this occasion. Long ball forward for George Antonis. Delvecchio well positioned to collect. A zone now for Rydalmere. Once option short. Only has Ethan Thomas square. Sparachito. Diagonal ball. Search of Bandera. Didn't quite get the angle on it that he would have liked, and Sheldon's able to shield that one out for a goal kick. Spotic will take his time collecting. Roughly 10 minutes and a half left here at Penshurst Park, not including any added time we may see as well. So Hurstville to go into the 1-0 lead at the break. Be a massive boost to the side. Truth be told, probably done enough work to be further ahead so far today. If not for some key interventions from Nicola Pinto and Luke Delvecchio. Backus and down again. It looks like we'll see Samuel Harb going to the book for Rydalmere. Samuel Harb, first player in the book this evening. Hurstville take their free kick short. A fashion opportunity, but Backus unable to get the ball inside the white line. Long throw forward for Rydalmere. Trying to find Cunningham. Cunningham has moved into that central striker role now. Tosca now on the left-hand side, Harb on the right. Speaking of Tosca, he'll have his chance to go forward and test the resolve of Declan Sheldon. Forces Sheldon to give away a throw on that occasion, which Bandera will take. Ball back at the feet of Bandera, but clearance from Ahmed clatters into the Rydalmere left back. Be another goal kick for the hosts. Couldn't read the run of Lakalandra, unfortunately, on that occasion. Second ball that goes forward. Lakalandra is able to collect. Finds Morich. Antonis now. One back by Rydalmere. Shoving it back there from Sokos, but Rydalmere are able to continue on with it. Carried out by Mo Ahmed. Hurstville able to burst forward. Backus. Backus, cut out well, still Backus though. Second time of asking. Ethan Thomas cutting that one out. Long ball forward, collected by Rydalmere again. Hurstville win it back quickly. Morich. Poor pass from Morich there. It's Tosca's turn to run at the Hurstville defence. Tosca trying to get the cross in. Didn't connect to the ball as he would have liked, and allows Vasilitsa to shield it over the byline. Be interesting to see how much time referee Hayden Langholz adds to this. Been a few occasions where Hurstville have been happy to slow play being restarted. Once we hit 45, we may be in for a few more minutes of action. Bandera forced to take the run from where the ball went out. Referee not allowing him to gain a few metres there. Tosca finds the feet of Cunningham. Cunningham gets the opposite side of Vasilitsa, tries to find Tosca in the middle. Hurstville once again standing up to the task. Morich. Back to Ahmed. Morich again. Cutting inside, goes to Michael Neal. Looking for Sokos, he's making a run forward. Ethan Thomas doing well under pressure from Sokos and Vakase. Bandera now for Rydalmere. Tosca, lovely little nutmeg of Sheldon there. He even gets away from the grab that came afterwards. Sheldon's lost his footing. Tosca's still going forward. The cross is cut out by Ahmed. Lovely little run there from Adil Tosca. On that occasion, Sheldon does get the better of him. Lakalandra unable to control the ball as Hurstville will try to push forward. Zone in now. Thomas. Back to Pinto. Rydalmere trying to fashion some space for themselves. Diagonal ball from Sparacino. Hart brings it down. That's Thomas making a forward run. Chooses to go to Cunningham. Michael Neal clears that well. There's an awkward bounce for Rydalmere to deal with. Cantu is able to take the ball from George Antonis. Delvecchio, a risky ball forward there. They're not going to pay the price for it. Lakalandra. That's just wide from Alessandro Lakalandra. There's a risky ball there from Luke Delvecchio. And it was almost to the benefit of Hurstville. You're back for all money, Lakalandra, to be able to finish from a position like that. Rydalmere getting away with that on that occasion. As good as Lakalandra's been this season, hasn't scored more than one goal in a game this season. His tally today brought him to, his goal today brought his tally to 9. They've all come in 9 separate games as well. Sandy to the zone. Rydalmere still trying to find an equaliser before the break. Hurstville win it back in their defensive third. Sheldon's able to help turn defence into attack really quickly. It's an awkward pass, but he does find Morich. Did give time for Rydalmere to set themselves back up though. Hurstville being forced back to their own goal. Bodic sending the ball forward, but Rydalmere didn't want to cut that out. It's a late tackle there from Kyle Sandy, I believe. And we will have our second booking for the evening. Both those going to players in red. Frustrating first half, you have to say, for Rydalmere so far tonight. Very big team talk in the sheds before the second half. So I believe it's Luke Vasilitsa on the floor there getting treatment. Hopefully it is just a knock and nothing too serious. Carl Sandy was in that battle very unlikely to be able to win the ball legally. Well, the reverse option is for him to simply allow Vasilitsa to have the ball, and suddenly Hurstville are in dangerous position to go forward. Unfortunately, a challenge he had to make, but did leave referee Hayden Langholz with little option but to go to the book again. We are approaching the 45 minutes of normal time here at Penshurst Park. Moving forward, it will be up to the judgment of the referee. Ahmed. Morris back to Ahmed. He's looking for Lakalandra. Lakalandra believes Scratchina got the last touch of that. Showing his frustrations to the linesman on the near side. I mean, very little though. Rydalmere still get their throw. Zone, nice sideways pass under pressure. Thomas. His options forward. Tries to find hard, but passes under hit. Sokos is able to clear. Didn't end up running out over the sideline. We'll go out for a throw. Rydalmere will be quick to get us moving again. Thomas. Finds a forward play at the second time of asking. And after 1 minute of added time, referee Hayden Langholz calls time on the first half here at Penshurst Park. The hosts, 1 goal to the good going to the break. It is Hurstville 1, Rydalmere 0, and we'll be back right after this. back to Penshurst Park for our Football New South Wales League One Men's Match of the Round for round 17. Hurstville Zagreb up against Rydalmere Lions. If you're just joining us, Hurstville Zagreb are 1-0 to the good thanks to a 20th minute goal from Alessandro Laccalandra, his fifth in his last 5 games. Thumped home from point blank range on that occasion. Since then, Hurstville have probably been the better of the two sides. Rydalmere haven't really been able to fashion any clear-cut chances for themselves so far today. And as their gap between themselves and teams below them also chasing potential promotion spot to the NPL for next season. Definitely want to turn things around in this second half. Unfortunately for them, there hasn't been an occasion this season for Rydalmere where they have won a game after being behind at half-time. Although in saying that, they don't very often find themselves behind at the break as well. Hurstville get us restarted for the second half here at Penshurst Park. Long ball forward with many on-rushing players, but it's straight to Rydalmere. Try to burst forward themselves. And we'll get our first set piece opportunity at the half by the way of throwing. Pinto imposing himself there on Laccalandra to win the ball back for his side. Ramazani to find space and burst forward. Organ one for Hurstville to deal with. And Ahmed's able to deal with that in the easiest way possible. Dumping it well away from their goal. Looking around this field, it doesn't look like either side has gone to their bench so far. Verify that and confirm any changes that have been made, should there have been. The only adjustment I can see from the end of the first half is Rydalmere going back to their starting front three positionally. Samuel Hard back in the centre of that front three with Tosca and Cunningham on either side of him. Counter-attacking opportunity for Hurstville. Laccalandra unable to get past the first man. Rydalmere happy to be patient on this occasion. Despite the lack of clear-cut chances from both sides, has to be said. It's been a relatively end-to-end game though. Very rarely are we seeing sides patient in their build-up. Both sides definitely trying to get the ball forward quickly, take counter-attacking opportunities as they've come. It's been a highly transitional affair. Unfortunately, we haven't quite seen that quality in front of goal from both sides for the most part. Aside from a moment from Laccalandra, which position that he was in, been difficult to miss. Saying that, he had a brilliant opportunity towards back end of the first half to double his tally and double Hurstville's lead, which somehow went wide on that occasion. Can't be too critical of Laccalandra though. He has been very good this season for Hurstville. Five goals in 5 games, as you mentioned earlier. 9 goals for the season. All coming in the last 12 or so games. Rydalmere had a long throw. Sent into the box. There's a couple of awkward bounces, but Hurstville's able to clear. The zone didn't like the ball that was given to him by a young man on the sideline. Rather run to get the one that was further away. Thomas waiting for an opportunity. I think they foul throw there. Some calls from Hurstville squad as well. Referee happy to play it on. Cunningham in space. We'll go from distance. Brilliant save by Botic. He's able to smother the rebound as well. First time I've really seen Botic tested today. Good signs for Rydalmere coming into the second half though. Just over 4 minutes played in the second stanza. And they see a bit more of a ruthless edge from the away side now. Cunningham goes shoulder to shoulder with Sheldon. Sheldon clears that into the surrounding apartment blocks. Rydalmere find another ball to take the throw. Thomas. Tosca. Back to Azone. Tosca. Tosca, still Tosca. Trying to take on one too many players on that occasion. Hurstville forced backwards. Zokos. Awkward pass back for Botic. Botic won't hold possession. He'll send it as far away from his goal as possible. Rydalmere pick it up in midfield. Still Cunningham. Once again, one too many players trying to take on. Chance for Hurstville to burst forward through Antonis. Go out right to Morich. Back to Ahmed. Sheldon. No way forward for Hurstville. Rydalmere thought they had the throw in their way. Linesman on the far side flagging to make sure the hosts rightfully take it. In fact, it's actually pulling up for a foul. A sequence of play. A crossing opportunity for Hurstville. Ball comes in for Hurstville from the right-hand side. Barish is the one who gets his head to it. Can't direct it goalwards, but in fact is able to maintain the opportunity for Hurstville. Has Sokos making the overlapping run. Try and beat two Rydalmere defenders himself. Those two Rydalmere defenders will win that battle. Tosca. Sandy. Bandera. It's Cunningham. Cunningham's already shown what he can do with space in this half. Cunningham works his way through a flurry of white shirts. The cutback, there's no one on the end of it for Rydalmere. Azone tries to rescue the opportunity and get a shot away from the edge of the box. Deflected away for a corner. Looked like there would be a chance going begging for Rydalmere, but Azone doing just enough to keep them at this end of the pitch. Bandera will come across the opposite flank to deliver an in-swinger. Plenty of players surrounding the 6-yard box. Pintura at the back post. You can imagine he'd be the target. Cunningham direct the header goalwards. And it'll be Lackalandra to clear. Every player back for Hurstville, even this early in the second half. Dangerous game to play, trying to hold on to a 1-0 lead. Although in the 7 to 8 minutes that we've seen in the second half, Rydalmere have been the better of the two sides so far. In fact, it's changed that. Not on this occasion. Zono wins out. Does enough for Rydalmere to come away with the throw. Thomas sending the ball forward to Harb. Cut out by Hurstville. Lackalandra. Backus is able to collect the sideways pass. Tonus trying to move the ball to Lackalandra. Tonus back with it. Finds Sheldon making the run forward. Sheldon's going to try his luck from distance. Rydalmere able to see that wide. Vecchio, who, other than a couple of shaky passes, has been quite solid in his second appearance for the season. Fantastic save as well, just after Hurstville's opening goal. Michael Vackus cutting in on his right foot, delivering a belter an opportunity. Del Vecchio stood up to the task. Hurstville trying to come forward again. Rydalmere does a lot to deal with that opportunity. Unable to find a way forward themselves though. Bandera. Harb. Finds Ramazani, who's pushed forward. Cunningham unable to get the better of Sheldon. In fact, Cunningham's the one that's run the ball out of play. Many minutes of this second half, it looked like Cunningham was going to start getting the better of Sheldon in that one-on-one battle on Hurstville's right-hand side. Sheldon's been able to recoup since. In saying that, a player like Cunningham only really needs one clear-cut opportunity. Ventura with the diagonal ball to Cunningham, but he's just able to collect that with ease. Lets his turn to launch a ball forward. Finds ahead of Lakalandra. Unfortunately for the Hurstville striker, Norwich wasn't running with him. Pintur. Tosca. Back to Pintur. Tosca's dropped deep, allowing Thomas to make the run forward. Senior Harb unable to find a forward ball as well, and Hurstville suddenly have 5 players going forward. Backus trying to get the better of Thomas. He does. It's on his weaker foot though, and it does run over the touch line. We'll see our first phrase off the bench. Triple substitution. It'll be for Rydalmere. See Isaac Cunningham, Amir Ramazani and Carl Sandy. Looking like they'll all make their way. Sorry, it'll be Samuel Harb. Looks like Cunningham was receiving instructions from the bench. Confirmation of who's taken their places as George Antonis is down receiving treatment. One of the players that's just entered the fray is Dimitri Kostopoulos. Just waiting for confirmation on the other two. Antonis is back to his feet. Can confirm it's Romeo Nicoliello and Sebastian Boffa who have come in for Rydalmere, and looks like Hurstville are going to go to the bench as well. So that'll be Antonis' night done. Andre Guzman to come in for the hosts. Tosca. Split ball inside. Close opportunity there for Adil Tosca. Deflection means it will go out for corner. Looks like with those changes, Marcus Sparacino will be pushing into the midfield as well. Plenty of Rydalmere players crowding the near post of Bodic's goal. across a little bit deeper than where the place is standing. Pinto trying to get on the end of it. So for confirmation, it looks like it's called for another corner, much to the dismay of many of the Hurstville players on the pitch currently. Wasn't sure if some of the Rydalmere players were calling for a handball originally, but looks like they're just calling for a second corner. 2 corners in succession for Rydalmere. It's an awkward one to deal with. That's been cleared off the line. Yes, there's the referee. It's an awkward one there for Hurstville to deal with. Head in hands for the Rydalmere bench. Frustrations in the stands as well. From this position, it was hard to say definitively if that did cross the line. You can't help but feeling aggrieved if you were in Rydalmere's position, I guess. Now come forward again. Sparacino. Sparacino. Saved well by Bodic. Just ticked over the hour mark here at FNSW Park. Host still 1-0 to the good. And Rydalmere, they definitely feel aggrieved that they thought they had an equaliser. Hurstville possibly with an opportunity to double their lead. Cleared away by Pinto. Still work to do for the away side. Hayden Langholz, our centre referee, and linesman on the relevant touchline. Definitely would have had a better view than us up here in the commentary section. Have to trust their judgment. Complaints have died down quickly from the Rydalmere faithful though, so benefit of the doubt. Can only assume it was indeed clearly cleared off the line. It does show how close Rydalmere are to an equaliser. Definitely been the better of the two sides the second half. Hurstville will get one against the run of play. Sheldon will pick it up on the opposite end of the pitch. Morich unable to keep control of it. Hurstville do get a corner for their efforts though. It's their attacking corner, but Hurstville still happy to sit with 4 players back defending, make that 3. Only 4 players in the box. West comes in over the top of Del Vecchio, headed away by Pinto. Throw-in opportunity for Hurstville. Sheldon to Lakalandra. Back to Sheldon. Just a handball from Rydalmere squad. Referee happy to agree on that occasion. Christopoulos. Back to Pinto. Almost looking like a back 3 now for Rydalmere as they chase their way back into this one. Saying that Bandera's been making those forward runs on plenty of occasions today. Looks like they're going to go for the long throw here. Pinto working his way up the pitch. Setting up similar to how they did for the corner only moments ago. Doran finds the head of Pintur. It's another awkward one for Hurstville to deal with. Cleared off the line again. Tosca sends the ball back into the box. Cleared away. Christopoulos on the halfway line to collect it again for Rydalmere. Bandera. Space for Cunningham to work with. Finds Tosca. Tosca cuts onto his left. Cross comes in. Headed away. Rydalmere still with the ball. Christopoulos. Back to Pintur. It's definitely back three now, though Bandera is part of that back three. Tosca. Isone. Back to Christopoulos. Such a play to Bandera. Bandera, a lovely forward ball to Cunningham. Cunningham will try his luck from distance. Saved well by Bodic. Cunningham's been able to find much more room to move in that half space there on the left-hand side in this half. Not the first time he's been able to threaten from distance. That's just Rydalmere's side either. They're getting closer and closer to potentially finding their way back into this. It's given away at the back by Rydalmere now, but Pintur is able to cut out that attacking opportunity. Sends the side forward quickly. Sparacino. Cunningham. Cunningham again. Can't get around Sheldon though. Rydalmere able to pick up the loose ball. Cunningham back with it. Still Cunningham. And it's just flicked wide there by Sparacino. Hurstville starting to be in all sorts at the back. A side that can be known for their resoluteness in defence. Rydalmere really starting to carve out some strong opportunities. Hurstville are going to make a change. Maybe not yet. Paul Gagro kitted and ready. Hurstville bench, but it looks like it'll be done on next occasion they can. Lovely work from Rydalmere to get a chance to go forward. Tosca. Tosca. Defended very well there by Sokos. So, shoulder challenge. Ethan Thomas frustrated with that being called a foul. Saying that, Sokos has been left worse for wear. Holding either his wrist or his fingers. You can imagine it's an injury that occurred when he landed. Sokos still down, receiving treatment. Looks like it is. Hopefully it's just a jarred finger and not broken or anything. Meantime, there's two Hurstville players kitted and ready to come in on the halfway line. Make that three. No changes confirmed yet. Hurstville may be happy to wait until Zolkas is off the field before making them. Looks like one is going to be made now. Jonathan Marash coming over to the bench. Well, it looks like that's just to receive a drink. Stokos has his arm strapped up in his jersey, so it looks like it, based on how that's strapped there, I think it is his wrist, unfortunately. Plenty of players going over to the Hurstville bench. It's hard to see who's actually coming off. Although you can guarantee one of those players coming off is Stokos. Confirm that at least. Akalandra as well, and Michael Vackers has also made way. Ball sent forward by Michael Neal, just confirming who's come on. So we've got Jesse Gagro's come on, Paul Gagro, and Dina Starfield. Thankfully for Hurstville, there is plenty of experience on the bench. Although if I do want to make one more sub today, it will be either one of the youngsters of Nathan McLean or Nagib Kassir. Rydalmere, meanwhile, have 3 potential substitutions up their sleeve. Ahmed, forward ball to Sheldon. Marauding run from Sheldon. Forced backwards. It's a lovely little flick there. It will be a corner. So it's a goal kick. Guzman trying the spectacular there. It's been a brilliant finish. They had to come off, and simple pass to the zone. Is unable to keep control. Hurstville are able to push themselves forward again. Guzman. Cut back, trying to find Moric. Did well by Rydalmere. Starfield, his first touches of the evening. Goes to his fullback to Sheldon. Sheldon trying to get the cross in, can't beat Bandera. Uses his body well, and he'll win aside a free kick. Bandera confused by the decision. Did go through the back of Sheldon, but I'm going to say it was nice use of the body from the Hurstville right back to be able to force that contact. Hurstville, once again, happy not to commit too many numbers forward. 3 players in and around the box. Moric now coming over to support. It'll be Paul Gagro to deliver. Gagro will go for goal. Vecchio had a crowd in front of him as well. Did well to be able to track the path of the ball. Based on what we're seeing from Hurstville, I think they'll be happy to shut up shop. Still roughly 17 minutes plus added time to work with, and we've had a couple of lengthy stoppages already in this half, so you can imagine there'll be a bit of time at the end of this one. I'm saying that we had a few, I guess maybe more instances of delayed restarts, you could say, from Hurstville, and we still only saw 1 minute of added time in the first half. Bit of gamesmanship on full display so far tonight. For Hurstville, though, most important thing is 3 points. I'm sure Rydalmere feel the same way. Sheldon, shape up for a long throw. Just over the head of Gagro. Rydalmere able to relieve themselves from danger. Sparacino, Tosca. Tosca again. Nice tackle there from Gagro. Trying to send the ball forward. Jesse Gagro. Goliello to cut that danger out. Rydalmere have dropped back into their back four. Goliello, the new centre-back partner for Pinto since his introduction. Christopoulos, sitting very much as a 6. Sparacino. Boffa, trying to get control under a bit of pressure. Comes out for a Hurstville throw. Zone, a little bit frustrated. No one's coming over with a bit of urgency from Hurstville to get us restarted. Referee not inclined to tell the home side to get a hurry on just yet. Guzman trying to chase a loose ball. Pinto beats him to it. Another Hurstville throw. Sheldon again. Sheldon looking long for Guzman, who's looks to have taken Acalandra's role up top, although maybe more so George Antonis's. Sheldon just directing his teammates around. Long throw comes into the box now. Dealt with well by Nicoliello, but it'll be another throw-in for Hurstville. Guzman, one who can control the Hurstville in the box. Goes to Gagro, Sheldon to go for distance. Looks like it took deflection, but referee says goal kick. Deflection must have come off a white shirt. Rydalmere get it restarted quickly. Hurstville not as aggressive with their press in this half. Jesse Gagro and Andre Guzman furthest forward for the home side. Turned over as Rydalmere tried to enter the midfield third. Lovely little bit of work there on the right hand side for Hurstville. Cut back to Ahmed. Norwich. Given away cheaply there. Boffa. Trying to get the better of his marker there. Foul's given away by Michael Neal. Well, Gagro asking the question. Not happy with that decision, but Michael Neal does go into the book. That for Michael Neal as well. I mean, he misses Hurstville's next match through suspension due to an accumulation of yellows as well. His 5th of the season. And in that, Bandera's come off. Pinto on the ball for Rydalmere. Thomas. Back to Pinto. Happy to let it run. Has pressure now from Gagro. Ahmed now pressing forward. Long ball forward for Rydalmere. It's not the one for Hurstville to deal with, but Michael Neal able to clear that momentarily. Straight to Pinto. Thomas, the latest to send the ball forward to the Hurstville box. Sparacino. It's a nice connection on it, but didn't get over the ball as much as what he would have liked. Now Hurstville happy to stand around and wait for a ball to come their way. as I said earlier, Jackson Bandera did make his way. It looks like frustration is starting to boil over on the bench. Far linesman getting in between everyone, trying to keep a lid on things. Jiwon Seo has made way to right on his midfield. Just over 10 minutes to go here at Penshurst Park. Hurstville still holding on to can only be described as a slender lead. Rydalmere throwing absolutely everything at this one, trying to chase at least a point. I'm sure they'll want all three. Time slowly slipping away for that. Pintura in a full race of Gagro. His head start allows him to win that battle. Ball forward for Tosca. Stuffield clearing that one out, and the linesman says that took a touch off Tosca. It will be a Hurstville throw. Definitely some heat growing into this one as we come to the final moments. Sorry, it wasn't Jiwon Seo that came on before, it was Hamza Bangash. Takes place on the left flank. Almost a forward four for Rydalmere at the moment. Sebastian Boffa on the right hand side of that. Tosca front two. It seems almost. Hamza Bangash on the left hand side, and Tosca's makeshift partner up top is Isaac Cunningham. That is a dangerous front two for any side at this level. A lot of work to do for Hurstville. Boffa. Sparacino. And find spaces. Rydalmere into their attacking third. Such a play to the left hand side. Bit of a mix up there, and Hurstville are able to take advantage. Jesse Gagro able to win that. Anywhere will do for Mohamed Ahmed. Rydalmere initially doing their best to try and keep it in. Wanted to throw quickly to Pintura, but poor Gagro makes sure that's not an option. Referee's whistle, just making sure he doesn't go any further than where he was. Take a couple of steps anyway. Pintura misjudges the flight of that ball. Jesse Gagro now an opportunity to send Guzman in behind. Thomas doing well to cut out danger. It's only momentarily though. Morich picking up the loose ball. Back to Sheldon. Morich. Looking for Jonathan Marish. Tries to get across in. Finds the feet of Nicola Pintura. Sparacino, lovely diagonal ball over the top. Estafio trying to bring the football down. And Boffa just losing his footing at the crucial moment. The edge of the box. On ball forward to Jesse Gagro. Guzman unable to bring it down. Another chance for Rydalmere to go forward. Bangash unable to keep that one in though. Looks like Morich is the latest to go to ground for Hurstville. It wasn't a collision or anything of the like, so I imagine it's just cramp. Hurstville Zagreb do have one more sub up their sleeve. Nathan McLean, Nagib Kassir. Or Cooper Simstras if they want to change goalkeepers, although the way Jacob Botkic is playing, I can't imagine that's the choice you'd want to make. And Just as a reminder, it's been Sandro Lakalandra, Luvakis, George Antonis, and James Sokos Salata due to an injury that have made way for the host today. Still receiving treatment. Looks like things have started to simmer a little bit across the field and the bench. Looks like Hurstville will make the final roll of the dice off the bench. I can't see from here who's receiving final instructions from support staff. Not sure if the sub will be made in this phase of play. No, it won't. We restarted. A final change for Hurstville, not far off. Gagro can't get the better of Nicoliello. Sorry, a zone there. Zone for a moment is dropping into Nicoliello's spot. Thomas, back to Pinto. Diagonal ball, search of Bangash, cut out well by Sheldon. And now we will see substitution for Hurstville. Norwich has already made his way off the field. Long ball forward from Pintura. Trying to find Bangash or Cunningham. Cunningham's the one that can collect. Sorry, pass, search of Boffa. Cut out well by Hurstville. Confirmed that Gib Cassia is the one that's just come on for Norwich. He'll see out the game on that right flank. So positions have almost gone out the window besides the back line for Hurstville and the front line for Rydalmere. Everyone else is fill a spot on the field and run yourself into the ground to either get a result or hold a result, depending on if you're wearing white or red. Corner now from the far side for Rydalmere. Almost every outfield player in the 6-yard box in Jacob Botich's life. Very difficult. Cross comes in. It looked like Throw-ins up quickly. Now a minute into added time here as well at Penshurst Park. Considering the stoppages we've had, you can imagine there'll be plenty still to play. Be another opportunity for Hurstville to run down that clock. For Rydalmere, meanwhile, because of that injury, it does look like they are going to try to see this one out with 10 men. Rydalmere have us restarted quickly. Ball launched forward for Hurstville. There's 2 balls on the pitch now. Rydalmere make sure one's cleared quickly, and 2 players thought they were about to take a throw. Rydalmere will make sure they are back at the full complement of 11. Sahuk Yang, the last substitution for the away side. Now 2.5 minutes into stoppage time here as Hurstville do try to hold on to this 1-0 lead. Hasn't been an ideal last few minutes for Rydalmere, but that's off the second half. Can't count them out yet. Hurstville's throw, they're playing as if they're unaware that it was theirs. Although Rydalmere did pick the ball up originally. Paul Gagro will maybe stroll over to this one. A free kick actually for Hurstville. Paul Gagro trying to gain a few metres on it. Played short for his brother Jesse, who will run this into the corner flag. And hold it up. In fact, almost worked his way into a potential scoring opportunity. Going for Rydalmere. I imagine there won't be much opportunity left to get something out of this one. And move this one quickly. Nicoliello waiting for options. Flick-on's cut out by Ahmed. Bounce favours his own, eh? He's able to send the ball forward, but Hurst will pick up the loose ball. Turned over again. Rydalmere the chance to go forward. This may be their last opportunity. Stuffy were able to cut it out, and Botic, not the most ideal clearance. Arizona heads it back the other way. Neil clears the danger once again. Nicoliello chasing down the loose ball. Jesse Gagro behind him. Back to his goalkeeper. Del Vecchio. Ball back the other way. Boffa. Pickpocketed by Gagro. Then Hurstville seal the deal here. Gagro chooses to go to the corner instead. Has 2 red shirts around him. Ends up on the floor. It'll be a Rydalmere throw after that. Referee coming over to make sure nothing further happens with that situation. On go for Rydalmere. Boffa able to gain control, surrounded by white shirts. Neil sends it out. It'll be a goal kick. There's no ball nearby for Rydalmere to get us restarted quickly. Over 5 minutes of injury time gone now. Pintur. No whistle yet from the ref. Pintur to Thomas. Back to his goalkeeper. All on this now for Rydalmere. Forward ball. Sheldon unable to cut it down. Still Rydalmere. Hurstville able to handle the pressure on that occasion. Jesse Gagro will chase a loose ball and potentially run it down, back into the corner flag. Runs over the sideline, but it'll be a white throw. Can't imagine there'll be much more time, although we have had plenty of stoppage in the second half. Hurstville doing their best to soak up any second they can. Whistle now comes from the referee to make sure Hurstville get a move on. Short throw from Sheldon to Gagro. This time it'll be a Rydalmere throw. Sheldon dribbling it away. Looks like he'll get a yellow card for his intervention. Hayden Langholz making sure it's taken from the correct spot. I haven't even had a check of the wrist yet from the referees. He's happy to add plenty of time on. Defensive handball there. There's one thing they can agree between Rydalmere and the referees, that the last touch should come off a Hurstville player. It has to be all of this for Rydalmere. Headed away by Michael Neal, and that'll be it. A frustrating affair in the end for Rydalmere. They threw absolutely everything in this second half to try and rescue at the very least a point. But Hurstville Zagreb resolute at the back and able to see out a 1-0 victory. A win that continues their hot run of form. 3 wins on the bounce now for the home side. Meanwhile for Rydalmere is a 6th game without a win as they slip further away from their promotion spots. That's all from the Football New South Wales League 1 men's match of the round here at Penshurst Park. Hurstville Zagreb 1, Rydalmere Lions 0. My name's Cody Ojeda. I hope you enjoyed today's affair, and we will see you next week for the next League 1 men's match of the round.